Shalom. First, I'd like to give all praises unto Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Wahara Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and honors to you brothers out there in the highways and the byways teaching this word in all sincerity and in truth. And I'm just on my way to work, but I thought I'll just do this quick video. Hey, because at the end of the day, the word hypocrite, alright, perfectly describes the nature of the so-called white man. Matter of fact, I'm gonna look up the word hypocrite right now. Right, so this is the word hypocrite, right? It says a person who pretends to have virtues, moral or religious beliefs, principles that he or she does not actually possess, especially a person whose actions belie stated beliefs. All right, and case in point, right, look at the history of the so-called white man. He claimed he was a Christian, and under the banner of being a Christian, he claimed he loved his neighbor as himself. He claimed he loved everybody. He claimed he doesn't believe in murder, and the list goes on. But when this man, all right, took himself over to the Americas, when he took himself over to the coast of West Africa, when this man took himself anywhere on the planet Earth, he commenced to murdering, lying, and stealing for the cause of his own belly. And he hasn't changed in that effect. Yet he's still running around on the face of the planet Earth with the moral high ground shoved straight up his ass, man. All right, they're still running around like they're a moral people, like they care about the children, like they care about murder. All right, he's a hypocrite. It's number two, a person who feigns some desirable or publicly approved attitude, especially one whose private life, opinions, or statements belie his or her public statements. And that's the way of this man's society, man. Being fake. All right? The scripture tells you what? The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war is in his heart. This man is the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. So he pretends to be the hero when really he's the villain. He's fucking Emperor Palpatine, man. That's how this man rolls, man. He's a hypocrite. Right? And we could, I could be here all day detailing the hypocrisy of the so-called white man. But what I want to show you is this this clip right here, right? And then we're gonna get the scripture, man, because see, all this hypocrisy is gonna lead to one thing and one thing only: the end. All right? And I got the killer scripture, so let's prove this. Watch this.
Theresa May and Emmanuel Macron have come under heavy criticism from British and EU lawmakers. The UK and French leaders were defending their decision not to consult their national parliaments before bombing Syria on Saturday. These are members of the European Parliament during President Macron's speech there. A large group held signs calling to stop the military strikes on Syria. We can now cross live to Nadira Tudor, who has been following the events today. Now, can you break it all down for us, Nadira?
Well, I'll do my best, Jackie. A lot has happened. Now, it seems that France's Emmanuel Macron and the UK's Theresa May are facing a pretty tough time retrospectively in trying to justify the airstrikes that they carried out in Syria over the weekend. Here's how the European Parliament members met with Macron. You can see that they were protesting against the action taken in Syria, and they were holding up placards which read, "Stop the war and hands off Syria." This was done during a speech that he was delivering in Brussels, and he was trying to explain the reasons why he decided to go in. And one of the things that he said about the justification, that it was conducted for the honor of the international community. Here he is.
Three countries have intervened for the honor of the international community.
These politicians are professional hypocrites. They are professional. They are well-trained hypocrites. They have the ability to go out there and push whatever side of the agenda it is. Yeah, that's how it works. You got the opposition. Well, put it this way: it's called the Hegelian dialectic, right? So you got the left and you got the right. All right. So you might see like somebody coming out and they'll have one position, and another guy comes out has another position, but really behind closed doors they both believe the same thing, right? That's like you get these Democrats and these Republicans, they act as if they're fighting against each other or you know, whatever the case may be, but ultimately behind closed door they're all globalists. They're all juiced in with the New World Order. So they're paid professional hypocrites. They're just playing a role. They're actors. You understand? That's why people get caught up in this shit. But these people are these politicians are the best hypocrites you can get. These dudes are Oscar level, man. Real life actors, man. They don't need no second take. They do it straight off the bat. All right?
In a legitimate, multilateral framework, in a targeted manner, without any human victims, not one, to destroy 3 sites of production and transformation of chemical weapons.
And he has faced a major backlash domestically as well when he was grilled on Monday by parliamentaries for not consulting them before those airstrikes were carried out. Some have accused him of being undemocratic, and questions were asked about the lack of evidence too.
We intervened without any particular goal, and what happened after has demonstrated that.
These strikes demonstrate the irresponsible behavior of the 3 global powers that yet again gave in to the temptation to play the role of world's policemen.
Bill Clinton attacked Yugoslavia by blindly violating international law. George Bush did the same in Iraq, and Barack Obama in Libya and Syria. It seems the evidence that made France decide to carry out strikes against Syria is partly based on information from social media.
Now, over in the UK, Theresa May, the UK's Prime Minister, has also faced a group of parliamentaries led by the opposition leader Jeremy Corbyn, and he has proposed changes, actually, a motion to a new act, which is called the War Powers Act. He said that would ensure parliamentary approval if the UK did indeed want to take military action, unless it was a case of self-defence. May, of course, agreed that it would be appropriate to have the backing of Parliament as and when required. So there was a bit of verbal table tennis. It went on for over 8 hours on day 1 and pretty similar on day 2. Let's listen to that verbal table tennis between the 2 of them.
Parliament should have, as an absolute minimum, enshrined in law the opportunity to ask questions before the government can order planned military action.
The elected representatives in this House should be able to debate the deployment of British military forces into combat. But that does not mean it is always appropriate.
The executive must be the servant of Parliament, not the other way round.
Members of this House seem to have less say in foreign policy of this country than President Trump.
Let no one in this House be in any doubt that neither I nor this government take instructions from any president or any other national government.
Whatever. Look, man. So my question is like, all these years, the so-called white man has been pushing this democracy thing. You know, it's all about democracy. They run around the world, blowing shit up, destroying everything for the cause of democracy. But here it is, even in their own countries, democracy doesn't exist. Because in America, you got the president pushing out executive orders like a Caesar. Yeah, going to war without consulting Congress. The same thing happening here in Britain, and the same thing in France. And ain't nothing gonna happen from it. Ain't nobody really gonna get in trouble. They're gonna make a hoopla and a song and dance about it, but at the end of the day, ain't really nothing gonna happen. But let one of you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native American Indians fuck about and break one of Esau's laws, man. They're gonna come down on you like a ton of bricks. But these people don't even follow their own rules. These people don't follow their own rules, man. They transgress their own international laws, man. They break their own international laws like it's nothing. But let you break one of them laws and that's your ass. Okay, they can lie. They can make shit up. They do whatever they want, man. And as long as they got friends in the right places, it all gets covered up and forgotten about, and we're moving on. Right now, we got a bunch of hypocrites reigning, man. These people don't have no virtues and no honor. They do as they want, man. Do as thou wilt. That's their spirit. All right? But, hey, I got the scripture lined up for you. A bunch of hypocrites, man. All right? Job 20:5. That the triumphing of the wicked. In fact, let's start from 4. Knowest thou not of this of old, since man was placed upon the earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment, man. So these people are going to be brought down, man. All right, their whole system is hypocrisy. Yeah, you got pharmaceutical. McDonald's cares about the children. Da-da-da-da-da. Fucking McDonald's, man. If they cared about the children, they wouldn't be selling McDonald's. These pharmaceutical companies, they care about your health. It's all hypocrisy, it's all lies, it's all BS, it's all bullshit. Acting, that's all it is. This whole society is based around lying, man. You know what I'm saying? Hypocrisy. Right? And it plays itself out from the very top, and it permeates itself through every strata of this man's society, even average everyday people. A bunch of hypocrites, man. Actors on social media pushing an ego or a belief of who they are, which is not really who they are. Whether they're trying to pretend that they're rich when they're really poor, trying to pretend they're hard when they're really soft. That's the nature of this society, man. And it starts from the top, and it trickles its way on down, permeates its way through everything, man. This place is sick, man. It's disgusting, man. The hypocrisy is on another level, man. But I just wanted to show that, man. And just know that, hey, this man's going down. Point blank, the scripture is very clear. That the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reacheth unto the clouds. Yeah, they've been acting like hypocrites for hundreds of years, just winning. You know what I'm saying? Running around the world, stealing, lying, doing whatever they want. Meanwhile, promoting themselves as the hero, as the good guy. Just look at America. They actually, the average American actually thinks America is good. Like, they've been the world police. Like, they're doing good. They're trying to stop the world, save the world from evil dictators and, the terrorists. And when they're doing a bunch of bullshit. It's all hypocrisy. It's all lies. It's all acting, man. Oh, we're God's people and this, that, and the other. Nah, you're a bunch of devils, man. All right? Bunch of devils transformed into angels of light, man. That's what you are. All right? Hypocrites, man. Oh, the black Hebrew Israelites. We're evil, but the Israeli state can shoot up a bunch of unarmed Palestinians, and none of you evangelical white Christians in America got a damn thing to say about it. Because you're fucking hypocrites, man. Let somebody shoot up a bunch of white people now. Oh, it's a problem then, right? Hypocrites, man. Now all of a sudden, oh, it's murder. Now all of a sudden you got an issue. So you got a selective conscience. You got selective morals, man. Yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he, man? You're all going down. All your politicians, your doctors, your lawyers. You got these lawyers, they'll know, especially these defense attorneys, they'll know full well that their client is guilty, and they'll go out there and work to get the guy off the case, to get the guy off the hook. And stand up there in court trying to convince people that the guy's innocent when in their heart they know the guy is guilty. That's the kind of society we live in. For what? For filthy lucre's sake. For money. That's the best defense lawyers is the guys that can man, to hell with this place, man. All right? So with that, I'm going to say shalom.